Hi, how are you? So today I have a super exciting video because I just got the new PLOUISE collection. So this is it here. It's the Mildew and Dishin the Dirt collection. I am so excited to try this out. I'm not even joking. Well, I already tried it out because, you know, obviously one of my eyes is done, but I'm so excited to try it again. It's actually so nice. And I got it for my birthday, so it makes it that wee bit more special as well. So, in it you get three things. Well, three wee packages. I wouldn't say things because in some of them you get a few things. So you get three wee packages and it's £60. So it's actually good. Yeah, I would say it's really good, to be fair. So the first thing you get is the palette. There's actually 4 palettes. The shape of a sandwich, like, look at this. That is the cutest thing ever. So you get the 4 palettes and they're all in certain stages. So the first one is this one. So it's all the darker shades. Oh look, you can see me. That's so funny. Oh my god, my hand is disgusting. Oops. So yeah, anyways, so there is this one first. So the colour I'm going to be using out of this is this one. I used this colour yesterday and it's really nice too, but I don't think it's dark enough for the darkest shade. But that's my opinion. And then next we have this one. So again, like, these colours are just so pretty. So I'm using this one out of it today. Yeah, I love it. And then lastly we have the lettuce, and this is just the last one, so I'm going to be using the blue out of it again. I just really love this, I really do, I do. And then lastly we have the shimmers, which I have actually so dirty already, yuck. But these are them. They're so pretty. I'm using this one here, if you can see it. Yeah, so I'm using that one, but I'll do a few wee swatches of these because they're really cute. Like, can you actually see that shimmer? Ooh. I'm not joking, I actually really love this already. The next thing you get is a crisp packet. Like, how cute is that? So you get to pick from like all different ones, but I obviously picked the brown one because I think it's best for like a smoky eye, and you just put that all over and like that's you. It's actually like an orangey brown colour and it's so pretty. I'll show you. I really like the colour of it, I really do. And then the last thing is the wee cup. This is actually just the cutest thing ever, I'm not even joking. But in it there's brow products, so this is really exciting because like anyone who knows and like follows PLOUISE and stuff, they know like there's no brow products so far, and they came out with 2. So today I'm using this one and only this one. Like, I use this, I saw at the academy they were using it on just a brush. Well, I wasn't at the academy, but I saw it on their Instagram. They were using it with a brush for like a pomade kind of finish, and I done that and I love it. Like, so that's what we're doing. But the pencil's really nice too. I got mochaccino in both because I have brown hair. If you can't tell, it's actually crazy today, but we're ignoring it. So this is the wee brow product. But watch this whenever it comes out. So whenever I get brow products, every single time they don't get it right. Like, this wee part doesn't actually take the excess product off, and then you have like lots of product and you have to scrape it off, and it takes an extra like 2 minutes, and I don't have time for that or patience for that. But this, like, it just takes all the excess off. I don't even know if you can see that properly. You actually can't. I'm gonna have to do a wee YouTuber move here. But it just takes off all the excess and then you can just go straight in, which makes life easier. So what I'm doing with the brow gel is I'm putting it on the back of my hand after putting it through my brows, and just filling in any sparse areas, just wherever I feel like needs it. Going back and I'm taking the very first palette and going in with Delicious, this one. So the most important part of this bit is to get the shape, so always make sure that you flick this out in the exact same angle as the other side, or near enough, because you're going to carve it out anyways, but just give yourself that shape. And then just going back in over everything to make sure it's like a navy. So that is the first step done with the first palette, and then next I'm going in with the second palette, and I'm going in with the shade Yummy. So I'm just taking that really lightly and just tickling that on the edge. Now, as you can see, there is kind of a line here, but don't worry about that yet, because whenever I go back in with the navy again, it's going to be gone and they're just going to merge together. I spent more time going over my blends than actually blending them, so it just shows you really need to like build up that intensity, or else you're not going to have it. And to be fair, with these shadows, I have obviously makeup on and it's not dropped down, which is really good. I always top it off like that, but there's been lots of eyeshadows that have fallen down, and it's the worst thing ever. Whenever you try to wipe away and then it just spreads and it just gets worse, and then you have to take and dry off, and who could be bothered? So these are doing very well so far, but that doesn't really surprise me because PLOUISE really does put that effort in. So once I've done that, and don't worry about this, but I know it looks a wee bit thicker, but it's going to look fine, promise you that. So once I do that, then I go back in with the first brush with the first palette and darken that again. So you see how that line is already disappearing? And then you guessed it, we're going back in with the second shade again, so shade Yummy again. And just going over that again. My hair is really annoying me today, oh my goodness. I'm just taking that and I'm just softly dusting that on the edge. With these, I will say, this is the third palette. It is a wee bit more like powdery. Let me see. Can you see that powder there, or am I being dramatic? But it is more powdery. I think it's just because they're pastels, so I can understand that, but just so you know. And I'm not afraid to bring that up into the brow, because you can always go back in with the brow gel. And then I'm going in with the pastel green called Taste Me, and I'm just doing that on the edge of the Flava shade. So it just helps to blend out that extra wee bit. And you only really need to put that at the start and the end, because in between there isn't really that space. So I've put my hairband on because it's time to get serious. So I'm taking my Vaseline and I'm using the wee brush that I got with the paint. So I'm just taking like a wee chunk of that, whacking it on the back of my hand. And by the way, if you haven't noticed, these have mirrors, which make my life so much easier, because I don't like using a mirror from far away, like the one in front of me, because it's too far away. So what I'm doing is I'm just carving out the crease with the Vaseline. So sometimes you're best just taking your time. Like, just take your time, because you don't want to mess this up. By the way, if you just noticed there I went like that, it just makes it easier to see and get a precise line. And then I'm just doing this and using this as a wee tool to carve everything out. So yeah, just quickly carve it out, and then I'll go back in and sharpen it up. Make sure all of the Vaseline's gone, because if it's not, it's going to make life harder. And this bitch is hard enough. So whenever you think you've got this looking good, I'm going back in with the very first palette and the very first brush. And what I'm doing is I'm just quickly going over this section to darken it. So next I'm using the PLOUISE Touch of Frost base. The type of vibe I'm going with this is kind of just like it fading out to nothing with a bit of glitter, making it like magical. That's the word I'm looking for. So I'm just kind of doing this a wee bit mad for now, and then I'm going to fix it all later. So once I've done that, then I'm going to take a clean wee brush. So this is like a wee Morphe brush, and it's just nice and clean and fresh. So I'm using that just to fade this out to nothing at the end. And then next I'm going in yet again with this brush and some Vaseline. On that, I'm going in with some NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the shade Vanilla. What I'm doing is taking some flavour on the big brush again and just setting that on, because there's going to be a blue going over the top of it. So I'm not being very precise with that, as you can obviously see, because I'm going in with a shimmer. And the shimmer I'm going in with is from the final palette, and it's the shade Recipe. So I'm just like really loading up the brush and then just putting it on. Look at that pigment straight away. I've got a first bit of fallout. It's okay, we'll wipe it away. Some powder. So I'm just going to take the wipe and carve out that wee bit and get rid of that concealer. So it's time to add all of the glitter. So the one I've been using is the W7 Metal Flash Metallic Glitter Liner. And it doesn't say the shade. Anyways, it's this shade. So it's like a whitey colour, and I'm not even joking, it's actually really, really good. Just going over this line here. So it just adds a wee bit extra sparkle, and it means you don't have to be too precise with your cut crease. And then I am doing this wee line here as well. I'm going in with some more glitter liner at the end here. So the whole idea, I want this to look like fairy dust, you know, like not glitter, just like when you turn your head to the side, it's like fairy dust just shining. I'm going in with some NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla and just popping it there, and then I'm just going to blend it all out because I don't want any gaps in the foundation. So I leave that wee eyelash to dry for a good couple of minutes, honestly. Just leave it there and forget about it for a wee sec. And then I go in with under the eye. And then once I've done that, I'm going to apply some Nitro to the waterline. So that is just one of the original paints. I've been loving the Lash Sensational by Maybelline. For some reason, I've really got into Maybelline recently. The mascara is actually so good. I'm not even joking. And it has like this big fat bit and then a wee skinny bit. So the wee skinny bit's good for the under eyelash. The way I like to do it is by sticking the middle section first, waiting a couple seconds, and then sticking the two edges, and then boom, done. There you have it. I'm all finished. But let me talk about this collection. So let me get the bag back. Honestly, I love it. There's a few things I'm kind of a wee bit about, which is like how powdery the last palette was, and the colours. I don't know if there's enough selection in the colours. Other than that, honestly, in love. I'm not even joking. The entire thing, I really like it. And the brow stuff, I feel like that's just such a new area for Paige to venture into, and I'm really loving that. I love it. So I hope you liked the video. Hopefully I'll see you again, maybe, who knows.